And welcome to TVUCC's coverage of the send-off and long service award ceremony that is held here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast to honor well-deserving staff who have worked so hard during their tenure as regular staff, and then of course for those who are also heading out of the system who have worked diligently. And we'll be bringing you a lot of interviews, find out their motivation, their drive, and how they even got to the level that they've gotten to. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification button as we bring you more videos of such nature. My name is uccsrc, so stick and stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, hello and welcome to TVUCC's coverage of the send-off and long service and fifth staff award ceremony held here at the School of Graduate Studies here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast. I'm privileged to have with me one of, should I say the greatest, but I mean one of the longest serving staff of retirees or here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast, in the person of Engineer Joseph Wilberforce. And sir, Engineer,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I know we are meeting another time on a different level. I mean, but share with us 42 years working as a staff here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast. How has the journey been like for you?
Well, I think first is discipline. Discipline has been the key because it's not easy to work through one institution for 42 solid years. So I'm saying that discipline is the key. I'm disciplined. I've disciplined myself. I make sure that I do my work well. I report on time. Everything that is required of me to show that I'm disciplined is what I did.
Walk us through the journey. Where did it start and how did you get to this level?
Well, I was 18 when I joined this university. I didn't want to come. My uncle was the chancellor here. Yes, mommy. Yeah, mommy.
Obviously part of the interview. Yes. When you have someone who has spent 42 years in the University of Cape Coast, you definitely have people congratulating.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're looking at how you got to this level.
So when he asked me, I was attending Cape Coast Technical Institute. In fact, I came from Technical Polytechnic. I wanted a full-time. I couldn't get a full-time. So he brought me in to be a part-time student. And through the part-time student, he said, I could be coming to the university electricity section to have some practical work done. Then when we came, they said, they were not taking people, but I should wait. Then he said, there's a cleaner work here, you can come and do it. I said, no. They said, no, do it. It's how you start life. So I joined. 6 months later, I was transferred to the electricity section and I was made technical assistant. I haven't worked for about 3 years or so. I left for the Polytechnic, then came back, and then also left, and then came back to join the university around 1988 as a technician. Then from there, I continued to a senior technician. I was working. When I came, I gained a lot of knowledge. At the time, there were a lot of, basically tradesmen who were handling things in the university. So I was the first qualified technical person to be at the electricity section with advanced electrical installation work from City and Guilds of London, and also electrical engineering technicians part 3. Then I joined the university. So from there on, I started designing. When I joined, we had only about 6 substations on the whole of the University of Cape Coast. Then I brought the idea of the university having to have a main station which will control all the substations. So I did a design, and the director at the time couldn't believe it. He said, wow, this young boy. Then he called me to his office and started asking me a few questions. And I told him that this is what I can do. I'm capable of doing ABCD. So he gave me the opportunity, Mr. Kwanzaa of blessed memory. So he gave me the opportunity. I designed the control station, which is between Baku and Kwame Nkrumah. That was my first design I did for the university. And then subsequently, other stations followed. Then the university had a better trade through the government with then Eastern Germany. So they brought cables, and old cables which were then in place, they started changing them. So I became a reference in the university. Vice chancellors, they will call me, ask me a few questions, things that I'll write that, this area, we need to upgrade this, starting from Professor Japan. So there was a lot of committees set, and I was a very young person, and I played a very vital role in those committees, soliciting my idea, giving them my input, what I'm capable of doing. So we went through that, and I got promoted to senior technician, from there to principal technician, from there to chief technician. And then I had my program also again from London, City and Girls. Then I went to Tech. Then I Tech at one semester. Then I was doing another program in London, so I had to leave. And then came back, so to join and continue the journey. From there, then Professor Kupole took over. In fact, before Professor Obin left office, I had left the university and gone to Golden Beach Hotels as first as the chief engineer at La Panrea Beach. Then became the acting group chief engineer responsible for Mina Beach, Buzia Beach, and then La Palm Beach as well. Then I came back in 2008, December. And then when Professor Kupole took over, he also saw my works. And I was the only senior staff attending management meeting at the time, giving a lot of insight into electrical infrastructure development on the campus. So when my certificate came in, I applied for assistant electrical engineer. I was appointed. And then from there, I started my work as a senior member in the university. And I've done a lot of work for this university. We now have about 20 substations on this university campus, a lot of electrical infrastructure. Everything you see in this room, the design came from me and my team. And we designed the 25 lecture theater. We redesigned the neck electrical system together with some few other items. So we've done a lot. In fact, the 42 years has been not easy. A lot of thinking, a lot of stress. Light is off, you are really cold. At one point when there was this load shedding.
That would have been one of my questions. During that period, during that time,
yes.
And then in recent times we've experienced that. How did you manage?
In fact, it was a big shock to the university when I told the then Vice Chancellor, Professor Obin, that I could talk to ECG for them to agree to give us a certain quantum of power for us to manage. If we go overboard, then it means that the ECG will have the opportunity to cut the system off. In fact, I managed the system so that we were always within the limit. People came from Legon to find out how we were doing, because Legon ECG was controlling them. They will go off as and when the time is due and come on when the time is due. But for University of Cape Coast, in the morning you come, the residential areas are all off, and administrative and academic areas are on. By 3 o'clock, we start with the residential area for students. This team will come on for about 3 hours. They will go. Another team will come for another 3 hours. So we work through the night into around sometimes around 3 o'clock a.m. before I go to the house and come back at 6 also to continue. So the Professor Bin really appreciated my effort. In fact, everybody was mentioning my name. This gentleman is doing so well. Then came the recent one as well. In fact, when the ECG tried to look at institutions which were able to stay within their limit, the University of Cape Coast was number one. We had a meeting at SIC and we were acknowledged on that. So recent one also came. In the same way I managed with that one. And then you realize that during the day, when students were writing examination and all that, the university had power. And then in the night, then it goes on. So, like I said, discipline has been my hallmark. I've tried to discipline myself, tried to relate so well to people. I don't care about your age, whether you are older or younger. I try as much as possible to relate well with you to ensure that whatever I need from you, I get it.
And this is my final question. Has there been a moment where you'd say this was a point I learned something great from? I wouldn't say it's a regret, but I'd want to put it in a positive light.
Yeah.
Were there some situations you felt it's over, or well, let me still push on and see if I can create something?
Absolutely, because at one point the section didn't have a car, and I was the one. My car was the sectional car. Then I had a Opel Ascona I was using. That was a car I was using to convey staff to and from the workshop. And then at one point I said, no, I can't continue to use this car for that purpose. So I applied for a car loan and I was given some amount. And then I bought a pickup. So that the pickup was like, it was all over the university. They thought the car was for the university. In fact, people saw me and said, why would the university car be driven by somebody who is not a driver? Before people got to know that that was my own personal car. So at one point, we realized, what am I doing? It's a university for me. But the point is that this is where you find yourself, and you must give up your best. So through that, I said, well, no problem. I started infiltrating into areas where I thought you could get a car. So we did that, and fortunately, Get Fund brought some vehicles, and we were given one, and that was a savior. And we used that so there have been instances where you think that, what is this? I'm tired of all this. But then you also have to encourage yourself that, look, wherever you go, you will find fault. And when you find fault, will you also leave that same place and go to another place? No. You definitely have to stay there and make sure that you solve the problem and become a problem solver. Not that when there's a problem and then you run away. If you run away, you go and meet it at another point. So that has been the journey.
Your final words to anyone who is looking up to you, or even the youth, and our attitude towards work.
I still dwell on discipline. You see, some people are not disciplined. Come to work at 7:30, he comes to work at 8:30. And you heard the people saying that, come to the office, come and see me, 3 days and that. Yes, they know. If you come to the electricity section, the discipline at the electricity section surpasses most of the sections in the university, all because of my effort. They know that I come to work very early. By 7:30, I'm in the office. The attendance book is on my table. My door is locked. So when we come, how you manage to get in to come and tell me why you are late was something that people learned that, no, this man, you can't do such a thing with him. And if you come to work and you run away, your 3 days is marked. I will mark you 3 days absent, and I will write to the university why you should be marked 3 days absent. Because we needed you at a point to do a work which then will have to be extended a day or beyond. It's unacceptable. So everybody got to know about it. And the staff were coming to work, and you find them very disciplined. And when they go, and they know that when they go to work, and you go to misbehave, and I'm told, I'll call the person to come and tell me exactly what you did. There and there, your punishment will start. So I think that the staff in the section have learned a lot from me in terms of discipline and how they have to conduct themselves in the university. And giving my speech, I said that people think that, lecturers and they are like this. In the university, the lecturers have more say than any other unit or section within the university sector, because if there's a committee, a lecturer will be appointed to head the committee. If there's a lecturer will be appointed to head the committee. So once that idea is there, it tells you that you must recognize them as such, that these are people who can determine your future or your destiny, for that matter. Because if you are here and you are not disciplined, when there's an interview panel, they consider an interview panel. How many administrators will be on the panel? If there's anything that you want to do, they are the same people that you go to and discuss. They are the same people appointed as vice chancellors, pro-vice chancellors. I cannot be appointed as a pro-vice chancellor or a vice chancellor. It is lecturer who can be appointed a pro-vice chancellor or a vice chancellor. So if you don't respect him, you want to wait till you become a vice chancellor before you go to respect him, then you've lost it. So discipline is the hallmark. Once you discipline yourself, go by the rules and regulations of the work, I can assure you, you will have flying colors. And just like today, you are seeing me. I never knew I had done even 42 years. I thought I had done 30-something years. Because when I left for school and all that, yes, it was counted. Somebody or some institution would have said that, oh, no, you left this year for school, so these things are taken up. But I was included, even though I wasn't receiving salary, but I've been included because they know that with me, everything is possible. So I thank God for this.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, and congratulations to you once again. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
As you continue to live the name of the University of Cape Coast High. So you heard from guests who had spent 42 years here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast as a staff engineer, Joseph Wilberforce. And we've shared, and he's also told us his wonderful experiences and challenges. So this is where we draw the curtains. We'll be having other interviews with other retirees and awardees to also find out what they've also experienced here on the campus of the University of Cape Coast. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification, and share. This is TVUCC, and my name is Onesefiro Sobobi. So we are still here at the School of Graduate Studies, where the send-off ceremony for our friends and colleagues who have served the University of Cape Coast are being awarded and honored for their diligent service. And I've got my very good friend with me. Honestly, had it not been today, I never knew he was 60. You don't look it.
I'm not. I took an award for promising administrator.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
I'm too young to.
And looking at the zeal and all that, I was wondering, but of course, it's the award service for staff, and also, of course, the send-off ceremony.
Yes.
But how is the feeling like winning this particular award?
The feeling is good. You know, knowing that the little things that you do at your corner, I mean, your night works, and you think nobody was seeing it, but you'll be there and you have been told that you have won an award. I mean, the feeling is great, and it feels good, and I'm motivated to do more. Yeah.
What took you to this level? That's okay. I'd want to do my work in a certain way, not having the mind that you'll be rewarded, but to have that feeling that I want to do the best as I can.
I always say that I hinge my on creativity and innovation. I always tell my colleagues that we have to grease the wheels that we first met so that our future generations can also hinge on. Because I see that if our forefathers did not work diligently and work hard, I'm not sure that at my age I will come and meet an institution and have a place to work. So I always want to expand whatever that has been left. So that's my drive. So my unit that I am, when I came in, we were just 2 people. I've expanded it, changed the name. Now we have brought more people on board. Now we are now also expanding. So that the drive is that I have to grease the wheels that I first met and make it better than the first I've met, and I should leave it better for those who are coming. That's the drive.
And that has been your motivation?
That has been my motivation. I wake up every morning and what can I do to better the system than I first met? What are the ways that I can go through that? So I always find problems within my area, my settings, to solve. When people are requesting for things, why should they struggle? What are the stumbling blocks? What can I do to take them off? Then I come up with innovation way, make it simple, make it easy, and make it more inclusive. That's the motivation.
What would be your advice for your other colleagues, both within your unit, your department, and also perhaps outside?
What I will say is that wherever that they find themselves, they should not look left, they should not look right. But I know that there's a potential within them. That potential, they should let it come out. And hard work pays. I always say hard work pays. So you work hard, be diligent about your work, and have focus. You don't listen to what people say, that this thing that you are doing, you will not be paid. So why do you worry yourself? The point I always say that, what can you give back to the community? So that's what I will tell them. They should work hard and be dedicated to their craft.
All right, thank you so much, Mauli, for making time to talk to us. And we wish you more success in the years ahead. I know next year, when we come to do another coverage, I'll still be interviewing you and asking you what kept you on to move to the next level.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's been a pleasure too.
Thank you.
Okay.
So this is where we draw the curtains on our coverage of the Send-Off and Long Service Awards held here at the School of Graduate Studies of the University of Cape Coast. We heard from the longest serving staff member here on campus. That's Mr. Engineer Wilberforce Ansah, Joseph Wilberforce Ansah. And of course, we also heard from some of the awardees who received awards during the ceremony. We'll be bringing you more of such conversations. Remember to subscribe to TVUCC, hit the notification button, like and share so that anytime we come your way with another video, you'll be the first person to get access to it. My name is Onesiferos Obobi. Many thanks for doing the watching.